world is big, and I want to have a good look at it before it gets dark. John Muir. In January 2017, my brother and I decided to hike to the summit of Mount Whitney, the highest point in the 48 contiguous United States. An excuse to get in better shape and a desire for a challenge, Mount Whitney presented the perfect opportunity. Located in California's Sierra Nevada mountain range, Mount Whitney stands in perfect strength and beauty. Its massive granite spires tower high above Owens Valley and the town of Lone Pine to its east. To its west are Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks and the southern terminus of the John Muir Trail. It's an extremely popular destination for hikers, backpackers, and mountaineers. While there are several different routes to the summit, the most popular is the Mount Whitney Trail, which begins in Whitney Portal, California, and climbs mostly uphill to 14,505 feet. The trail is a 20-mile out-and-back hike with an elevation gain of about 6,200 feet, climbing nearly 550 feet per mile. It's considered by most a very difficult hike. The Eastern Sierra Interagency Visitors Center in the town of Lone Pine issues a limited number of day use and overnight camping permits each day through a lottery-based system. The process is competitive and a bit confusing, so we were excited to find out that we were issued 4 overnight permits for the month of August. Thad, another thrill-seeking friend, decided to join us, so we marked our calendars and prepared for our journey. August 6th, 2017. Finally, after months of planning and anticipation, we said our goodbyes and hit the road. August 7th, 2017. As the daylight faded, the bright moonlight flooded our campsite, making it difficult to sleep.
All right, here we are the first morning after a rotten night's sleep.
It's estimated that less than 50% of those that attempt to reach the summit succeed. It's a long hike, and I think people underestimate the physical conditioning and stamina required to reach the summit. We've been getting ready for this trip for several months, running, hiking, and hitting the gym, so we're all feeling pretty good about our conditioning. Altitude sickness was our biggest worry, particularly since 2 of us live at sea level.
Well, we just ran into one hiker that said he didn't make it to the top because of vomiting and his legs gave out. Elevation sickness. That's our goal, not to get. How you doing back there, Thad?
Feeling it, man. Feeling that drink's toes.
We're a mile and a half in.
After a few miles on the trail, we arrived at the Mount Whitney zone, which requires a day or an overnight use permit to enter. We originally planned to stay at Lone Pine Lake, but decided to stay at Outpost Camp instead. So we made our way toward Outpost Camp, the trail ascending gradually through the beautiful alpine forest. I emerged from my tent at 3 a.m. to capture the beauty of lodgepole pines silhouetted against the moonlit granite. August 8th, 2017.
All right, we are heading to trail camp right now after sleeping here at Outpost Camp. All set and ready to go.
From Outpost Camp, the beautiful Golden Trail climbs steeply through the majestic alpine forest.
And you can see by how fast I'm going, which is not very fast. Pretty steep through here.
Photographs of the golden granite paths and the steep peaks guarding them never quite capture their true beauty. We've been fortunate so far that the weather has just been perfect. Because Mount Whitney's weather conditions can change so quickly, it's always something you keep in the back of your mind when you're on the trail. Getting caught on a mountain ledge in a lightning storm is not something you want to have happen. Earlier, we met a man and his son both looking a bit weary. The day before, they were caught in a fast-moving hailstorm by surprise and had to wait it out on a mountain ledge. Both were quite relieved to be going home.
All right, we are now above Consultation Lake, and Whitney is up there to our right, and that's where we are headed. It's getting cooler up here, still a lot of snow.
Trail camp provided us with incredible views of the jagged ridgeline standing menacingly overhead.
We made it to trail camp, and now we are trying to get our camp set up here. It's going to be windy tonight. We can feel it already, so we've got some work to do to give ourselves some shelter. Mount Whitney is up there. We have to go up there tomorrow, the 99 switchbacks, which we are not looking forward to.
They say a lot of people begin feeling the effects of altitude sickness at trail camp. Except for a strange feeling that we were being closely watched by dozens of little eyes whenever one of us prepared some food, we were doing pretty good. During the summer, thunderstorms predictably begin forming over Mount Whitney's summit in the early afternoon, so it was with great interest that we kept a close eye on the clouds developing overhead. Fortunately, as the night went on, the winds died down and the clouds parted, and we were blessed with some great weather. August 9th, 2017. It's 4 a.m. when we hit the trail, and the light from our headlamps illuminate the rocky terrain.
Keep making our way up the 99 switchbacks. Full moon. It's actually not as cold as we thought it was going to be, but the hiking helps to keep our body temperatures up. And probably got 3 hours ahead of us, or 4. And there is a lot of water on the 99 switchbacks. You probably can't see it, but probably hear it. And some spots are a little slippery, but makes it interesting. So nevertheless, it's still got a long way to go. It is a little slippery this early in the morning with all this water. Trying to carefully place my feet. Don't slip.
The sun is now rising over Owens Valley, and we are greeted by a brilliant prism of light stretching across the horizon. As the darkness slowly fades, our headlamps are no longer needed, and the granite walls around us are now illuminated with a golden glow. After a long and punishing climb, reaching Trail Crest just after sunrise made our experience even more rewarding. As we traversed the backside of the ridgeline, you can be sure that the steep drop-offs and the uneven terrain kept our careful attention. The dangers of hiking Mount Whitney are well documented. The mountain is big and a lot can go wrong. Within the past few months, several hikers had to be rescued off the mountain due to injury and acute mountain sickness. Tragically, there was also a reported death resulting from a fall. It's a sobering reminder for us to be prepared for just about anything. Although many people successfully hike, climb, and crawl their way to the summit, we observed quite a few people that were having a tough time. Several were feeling the effects of the high altitude, while others were exhausted. Fortunately, despite the lack of sleep, we were all feeling pretty good and excited to be getting closer to the summit.
Final push to the summit.
If I had 1,000 tongues, I would sing with everyone. Voices like a mountain song, sing you are my only one. Oh my, oh my, oh my days. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Never understood, but life can be this good. 1,000 ships just to be about your lips, tell them all to sail away, just to see you every day. Oh my, oh my, oh my days. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Never understood that life can be this good. If I lived 1,000 lives, I'd spend them all with you beside. Never ending deja vu. Never ending days with you. Oh my, oh my, oh my days.
14,505 feet.